Welcome back to MSG PM. Kazim family, we're here with Knicks first round pick, Quentin Grimes. Now, Q. Dot, listen, New York City loves a winner. We've been thirsty for a winner. And you took the Houston Cougars to the Final Four last year. It was an incredible run by you and Coach Sampson. Tell me how important that run was for you, especially if you want to, reach higher heights at the next level in the NBA.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, like everybody loves a winner, and I feel like last season that was the only goal we had to coming together as a team, that we wanted to go to the Final Four. That was the only goal that we had for each other. We knew coming into practice every day, the mindset that we needed to get to reach that level, and I feel like hopefully I can bring a winning mindset to this team as well. Just coming in with the mindset that what we do in June is going to prepare us for hopefully playing in June again in the NBA Finals. So I feel like just coming in with that winning mentality and winning mindset hopefully translates to the next level and just continues to build on something special with the Knicks.
Okay, all right, Q. Let me throw it back a little bit, all right? Let's throw it back to high school. I was looking at your recruiting class and looking at the class you came up with, and who did I see at the top of that list? Your new teammate, RJ Barrett, and he was one of the first people to get on Instagram and congratulate you. You know what I mean? When you finally got drafted. Talk to me about your relationship with RJ Barrett. Do you have one? Did y'all go at each other in high school? What's that been like?
Yeah, we was cool because, like you say, when you kind of the top players in high school, you know everybody. You see each other at all these different camps. I saw him at McDonald's, played against him in USA, Hoop Summit. So yeah, we kind of got a good, little like cordial relationship, like cool, like dap each other up. But now it's gonna be even better just to practice with each other. Now we're gonna be hanging out all the time, and I feel like our relationship is only gonna get better from here on out. And I feel like we can do something special at the Garden.
Now, Q, I gotta be honest with you. I've been stalling because we got a surprise for you, bro. We got a surprise, all right? Your coach, Kelvin Sampson, is on the line right now. Coach Sampson, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Just enjoy sitting here listening to Q talk.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Yeah.
This is live TV, y'all. This is the best part. Anyway, and it's even a bigger surprise because he's not on the line. I don't think I can hear him either. But
right.
Coach, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Coach, good to see you. Welcome to MSG PM.
With technology.
I don't know if he's that great with technology, but he knows he can hear us, but we can't hear him. I'm going to ask you, Coach, if you can hear us, please let us know. Let us know what kind of player we're getting in Quentin Grimes.
Well, first of all, you're getting a great person. He's one of the greatest young men I've ever been around.
There you go, for you. I answered that for you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's live TV, baby. We make it work. We make it work.
Okay, good. Houston is the fourth largest city in America, so it's not like we don't have cell service.
I was about to say you got to hop on the wire or something to get that service going. But go ahead. Yeah. What are we getting from Q Dot?
Yeah, just a great young man. Evolved into one of the best players in the country. I think he made every All-American team. The best big shot maker I think I've ever coached. I can't tell you how many games this year where the game might have been in the balance, and Q just jumped up and made huge shots. So much confidence, whether it's at home or on the road. We always put him on the other team's best penetrator. Q can really guard the dribble. He's got a ready-made NBA body. And he loves basketball. There's a lot of guys that love to play, but Q's one of those guys that he not only loves to play, but he loves to work. That's why I think Tibbs is going to absolutely love this young man.
Coach, you got right into my beautiful segue because the quote that Tibbs blessed us with early in the season is the magic is in the work. And we got some dogs here in New York City, defenders, people that play hard, work hard. Tell me how a guy like him is going to work with Coach Thibodeau, who demands a lot out of his players.
Well, every coach wants a guy to embrace practice and understand the importance of preparation. Q's confidence comes from his preparation. There's no one that puts the time and effort into it like Quentin. There's some stories around here that are legendary about him waiting until everybody cleared out of the gym after games, and he'd go down with his game uniform still on and just shoot until well past midnight. We're going to be over in our practice gym doing the same thing. Q had great relationships with everybody, including the managers. There was this manager named Lath that would go in there and rebound for Q at all hours of the nights. One of my assistant coaches, one of the best point guards I've ever coached, in Quantas White, did a tremendous job of developing Q with his confidence and his belief in himself. And then once he took off, it was just fun to watch. There was games this year I'd look up and Quentin may have had 8 or 10 points, and just like that, he's at 25 or 27. He is extremely explosive scorer. Can score multiple ways. I think you'll see his game develop more in the NBA than it even did in college.
Well, let's hope you're right about that, Coach. Let's hope so. So you went to the Final Four this year, and you didn't take it all the way. You didn't win the whole thing, but I know there was probably a final conversation that you guys both had before you guys went your separate ways and, did what you had to do. Coach, do you remember what that final conversation after the buzzer sounded with Q was like? What was it like?
I just told him I was proud of him, and that it's just been an honor and a pleasure to coach a young man like him. Get to know his mom and dad and his stepdad, Ken. I mean, he comes from such a wonderful family, and that's important. I think my daughter Lauren today showed me, Q, are you going to be wearing number 8?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's wearing number 8.
Is that Latrell Sprewell's number?
Yeah.
well, him and Spree gonna have to fight for it. So we'll talk about that after the break.
But Spree's had his time. It's Q's number now, so we're gonna go with that. But
if I know Spree like I think I know him, I think he'll gladly let him take the number.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
he will.
I'll bless you with it. Appreciate it.
There was two. Those are two dogs. Spree was a dog too. There's nobody tougher than that dude. And Quentin's going to do the same thing. He's. But I think coming from this program really prepares him well for what Coach Tibbs wants. Not everybody fits every coach. I think Quentin can play for just about anybody. But I think if there's a coach that's set up for Quentin to have instant success, it would be for Tibbs, because Tibbs is going to respect but also appreciate Quentin's work ethic, because he has a great work ethic.
Coach, appreciate you so much for sticking around with the technical difficulties for the surprise for our first round pick, Quentin Grimes. Thank you so much, Coach Q. Good luck this season. I'm sure this ain't the first time to be on MSG PM. It certainly won't be the last. We'll see you soon and good luck this year. New York, stick around. More MSG PM after the break. We'll talk of football with my boy David Deal, and Michelle will be back to talk with us. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.